guys, I think I'm dying. Or am I? Welcome to my channel, Sincerely Anonymous, and this is where I bring the conversation to you, talking about real people, real life, and anonymous answers to our topic of the week.
That you inspired them, that they felt sorry for you, that you showed them a path. I mean, you profited from that, you gained from that in reputation and in income.
I didn't trade in my story or in other people's lives.
You did trade in your story. Belle, it's all here.
It
is all here. You know, you go on Instagram in 2013. I have been healing a severe and malignant brain cancer for the past few years with natural medicine, Gerson therapy and foods. It's working for me.
It is. And
Except you didn't have brain cancer.
No, I didn't.
So basically, she doesn't even know what truth is. She literally has no idea when she is telling the truth, when she isn't. And the thing with pathological liars is they will lie to back up their lies. And then they will create more lies to back up those lies. So much that their whole world is literally a huge lie. And they can't get out of it. They don't even know who they are at that point because they are this character they created. See, the reality we live in, everyone lives in, is based on what you believe. The reality you live in is based on what you choose to believe. If you choose to believe the sky is purple, then the reality you live in, the sky is purple. But that doesn't mean your reality is someone else's reality. And the whole concept of reality is, okay, what reality is the majority? And that is what we see as the truth. So as we saw from this, she literally went from saying she doesn't have brain cancer to saying she thought she had brain cancer. And you see how she's going back and forth between what is and what isn't, because it's not victimizing yourself, but she doesn't want to feel like a corporate. Is that the right word? She doesn't want to feel like the person to blame. And then she says, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. But are you sorry?
I had a stroke at work. I will never forget sitting alone in the doctor's office 3 weeks later, waiting for my test results. He called me in and said, "You have malignant brain cancer, Belle. You're dying. You have 6 weeks, 4 months tops." I remember a suffocating, choking feeling, and then not much else.
So basically, you guys saw that she said, oh, I went to the hospital and they diagnosed me. You have 4 months to live, yada, yada. And then we saw that she said this random person that is probably not even real came and through electricity or through just vibrations, she was diagnosed with brain cancer. Let me tell you, that is not how you diagnose with brain cancer. You diagnose with brain cancer through imaging studies, through biopsies. People have to see you have cancer. Cancer is basically an increased production of your cells. Your cells cannot stop replicating. You don't see that through electrical impulses. This is literally imaging, and you watch those imagings, and then they tell you, and a professional doctor, a professional certified doctor that actually exists, will come and tell you, hey, what's up? I'm sorry, you have brain cancer. With her, if you notice during that pause, she paused. She literally was trying to come up with what to say because she had to come up with a way to make her reality true. And you'll notice she just keeps going back and forth between, oh, no, you're right about this. Oh, no, you're wrong about that. Oh, it was true at the moment, when really it didn't exist. And she can't comprehend that. She literally cannot understand that.
Happened.
I still have the heart condition and I was supposed to have surgery for that.
You were supposed to have surgery.
And I didn't.
And why did you tell people that you had 3 surgeries?
At the time, I think going back, I was late teens and I was going through a lot of emotional trauma and a lot of abuse at the time.
Notice how she was justifying. She said, well, you know, I had a past. That's the thing. Pathological liars justify, because they're not at fault. What they're saying is true. They justify, hey, well, if this came out to be a lie, that's because of this, this, and this. Does this and this and this exist?
This is a really, really simple question. How old are you?
I believe that I'm 26.
And?
I have two birth certificates and I've had my name changed 4 times. The identity crisis there is big, but that was my normal when I was growing up, Tara. That
What do you know the truth to be now?
that's probably a question that we'll have to keep digging for, because it's not something I've ever understood or had answers around.
So
I have no words. No, I'm kidding. Of course I have words. She couldn't tell her age. She didn't know how old she was. Her own age is a lie. So I'm going to get to some psychology over here. We have 2 syndromes, or 2 disorders. We have Munchausen syndrome, and this is basically a rare mental disorder, and you come up with fake illnesses. You say, oh, this is wrong with me, this is wrong with me. And the fictitious disorder is a mental illness, and you purposely hurt yourself. So the first one, it's you say things that doesn't mean you're necessarily hurting yourself. And the second one is you actually go hurt yourself for attention. And a lot of these times, it's because these people didn't have attention. They didn't have attention. They had to find attention somehow. They probably didn't get attention from their parents or siblings, or were just average individuals. So what is the easiest way to get attention? To lie about a serious health illness. If someone tells you they have cancer, you're not going to ignore that. And another part of this video, she actually denied having these 2 disorders. And she said that those people go on purpose and hurt themselves to get the sympathy, and that she doesn't do that. She doesn't actively go hurt herself, that she actually dealt with these things. When later she says she didn't deal with them, and she says it's a lie. This is an issue. Like pathological lying, these people are seriously ill. They don't know who they are. She didn't even know she was 23. She literally said, from what I know, I am 26. And the lawyer's like, I don't know, man. Your things say 23. You 23? She's like, yeah. She got caught. All right, guys, time for some anonymous answers. So I went on Reddit and I asked people, hey, have you had an experience with a pathological liar? And what was your experience? I'm going to read 2 of the responses, and here we go. So person number 1 said, I met one once. She was a pathological and compulsive liar. The only way I learned to never trust anything she said was when she told me her aunt died to get sympathy. And then 2 weeks later, she started talking about the same aunt in present tense. I asked her about what she said about her aunt dying, and she said that she never told me that. She also lied about getting pregnant at one point, after having a separate child that she claimed died because her mother gave him strawberries. They were both deathly allergic. And I found out later that she had a mental breakdown and done it herself. I don't talk to her anymore, but I hope she gets help. I hope she gets help too. And here's number 2. I don't know what the difference between compulsive or pathological is, but they are very common. I've met a handful of the scariest ones. One was when I was in high school. We somehow had a student that enrolled when she was like 22 and faked having these illnesses and injuries just for attention. She also guilt tripped me into fucking her before she died, even though I was 14 and she wasn't dying. You have this 22-year-old that was in a high school and had sex with this 14-year-old and says she was dying. And she wasn't dying. Well, if you have any experiences with pathological liars, I would love to hear your story. Please put it down in the comments. If you are a pathological liar and you've accepted that, please put it down in the comments. And again, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys later. Woo, pathological. Or am I lying? No, I'll see you later.